Welcome to the Barbecue Therapy Podcast. My name is Tavis Bryant, and today we're going to do a recap of the NBBQA conference that I went to the other week. Starting off, I want to thank Kel and Miss Janet. They did an excellent job of the setup of the conference and everything that was included in the conference. So I want to start off by giving a shout out to them and just letting everybody know that if you haven't been, you at least try to make one of them that comes near you because it's an awesome event. There's a lot of things you can learn, a lot of people you can meet, a lot of opportunities for everyone. And it depends on not what they're presenting, but it depends on you and how you look at it and go into it. You're not going to get anything out of it if you don't pay attention, if you don't take notes, if you don't ask questions, if you don't go network and introduce yourself and meet people, get numbers, email addresses, find out who's in the same business as you, and take advantage of that. Ask questions because they may know something that you may not know, as vice versa, and as well as be open to help other people and not hoard information on your own. My adventure was, as y'all know, I live in Georgia, so I got up early that morning and made that 4.5 hour drive up to Nashville. So by the time I got there, I was able to get breakfast, get my truck sprayed off at the car wash. But after that, I made my way to the event. I got there exactly around the time it got started. The first session and how they formatted it is each session was broken up into track A, track B, which means it's two classes. So based on what class is being offered, you go into which class you think it will fit you or your business the best. The first session was track A was Show Me the Money, Funding Your Barbecue Dream, which was the panelists were Carrie Bringle, Jody Harris, and Pathway Linden. Track B was From Kitchen to Co-Packer. It was moderated by Todd Johns, and the panelists were him, Mark Lambert, Kirk Mauser, David Mixon, and Ken Wood. And that's the class I attended. Kind of broke down how to get your product from the kitchen to co-packer, and they gave tips about that process. And it was very informative, regardless of I learned information, a lot of information, even though that I don't have a product yet. I eventually want to do at least one seasoning or rub that I have in my head, not because I just curious to see if I can pull it off what I have in my head. Next, after that, the next class, track A, was profit for first time pit masters, and the other track B was save while you smoke. The panelists for the first track was Carrie Bringle and David Wally. The second one was David Earhart and Barbara Latimer. And I sat in the first one, and it kind of explained a lot as far as what you need to do as far as business wise being a first time pit master. Now, those that never heard, he has a mind for business. If I had a business, I would definitely reach out to him and be up under him and ask him to mentor me because just listening to him speak, he has a great mind for business and definitely has a lot of articles out there also. I didn't know he wrote for Forbes, a lot of business articles. So definitely Google that and check him out as far as what he writes for also, because it's a lot of good information that he has out there. Now, after that, we had lunch. All the meals that we had were catered by Pig Leg Porkers. Everything was top notch, professional, in order, and everything was good. So shout out to Pig Leg Porker for the meals that they catered. Everything was excellent. So after that, we had like a round table. It's called the Pitmaster Power Hour. And what that was is they had each of the experts at a different table. And for those that had certain questions, you can pick whoever you wanted to go talk to and speak with them and ask them one on one questions that you had about your business, as well as anything else you wanted to know about them. You were free to ask them. I kind of didn't do that part because, as far as what I do, as far as media wise, there wasn't no one really I can talk to, but I felt that it was a good section for those that had small business and trying to get off their feet, and those just trying to get tips to boost their company from some of those people that been through different things, whether good or bad, and their advice will kind of help get you to where you need to go. So after that, the next track A was digital marketing that converts. And the panelists was Ashley Henson, Kirk Mauser, and David Wally. And track B was menu engineering and pricing for profit. That was the panelists for that was Carrie Bringle and Barbara Latimer. Barbara Latimer, I had met her later on that night. She's works for Sunny Pit Barbecue, so she has a lot of business experience also. And I think she was one of the past presidents of NBBQA also. But for that one, I, of course, went to the digital marketing one and kind of got tips on how to advance what I'm doing and do it better and continue being top notch and professional for everything that I'm doing for my podcast. After that, we had another networking break. And the purpose of these networking breaks wasn't just to chill out and take a chill or go sit down. These networking breaks were exactly what they said. You pretty much just go and meet people, introduce yourself, see what the other person does. If it has something in the realm of what you do, you find out more about them. If you have any questions, that's your opportunity to ask them. As far as me being in the realm I am, I'm going to introduce myself and meet as many people as I can because I'm in the podcast business and meeting people to get their story and have them on the show. One of the main things I did was make sure I introduce myself as well as I can to each person, let them know what I'm doing. Pretty much, as far as me, a lot of people don't know me. So for me to have a podcast, I have to let them get to know me. And I let them get to know me by number one, every time you see me, I'm going to have barbecue therapy logos and everything all over me. So they, without even talking to me, is going to create a curiosity as far as finding out more about what I do, what my podcast is about. Then once that avenue is crossed, I already know what I'm going to tell them. And you have to be thorough and specific of what you're doing and know what you're doing. And also be ready to not just speak to them, but get their information. When it comes to me, I need the information so I can reach out to them and give them any information that they may need from me. Always be ready at all times. Like I say, always be prepared for every situation. So that's what the networking is about. Anytime we got a break, it's fine to go use the bathroom or grab something to eat or something, but those moments were for going to meet the other people that came to the conference just to see what they do, see how you can help them as well as they can help you. Or if you see somebody specific that you want to go talk to, go reach out to them and speak to them because if you never know where it goes if you have thoughts in your head that, no, they probably ain't going to talk to me, you'll be surprised. All of them are friendly, welcoming, and they'll go out their way to help you. as well as give you advice or anything like that. So, me being in a space different from everybody, I felt welcome. I didn't feel out of place. I was able to get something out of all the sessions that they had. It was a big learning experience for me because I definitely will be going back because number one, the networking. Number two, it is just the atmosphere, the friendliness. Like I said, the barbecue community. I got the opportunity to meet people that I haven't met before. Shout out to Joel Fleetwood. I got a chance to finally meet him, other than through the computer screen. See, main thing I like doing is getting out there and meeting people. It's nice to talk to them through the screen and the computer, but I want to meet them in person. Let them know I'm a real person and I have an interest in what they do outside of just them coming on the podcast. So it's good to go out there and meet some of the faces in person, shake hands, and find out how they're doing. Generally, find out how they're doing and what's going on or what's been going on since I last spoke to you. And there was quite a few people that I also got to meet. Mr. Kent Black, he came and sat next to me. I was surprised when he came and sat next to me. He was friendly. We had numerous conversations. Miss Jody Harris, her and Dirk, awesome people. Me and Miss Janet, we had numerous little small conversations during breaks we had. Those are some of the best moments that I had. And just fellowshipping with people that are like minded, like you, and just have an interest in what you're doing. It's like people were excited because I'm in a field that's different from everybody else. And I get to show my excitement as well as hear the excitement in their voice as I talk to them about my mission, why I started the podcast, and the purpose of what I'm doing in this podcast. Like I say, it's all about what you get out of it. You can go in expecting something, but if you don't do your part, it's you're not going to get anything out of it, and you're wasting your time. All right. So back to what I was saying. The next session after that, track A was branding a barbecue business from first flame to final sale, and track B was hiring, training, and keeping a great pit crew. So for that one, the panelists for the track A was famous Dave Anderson and Carrie Bringle. That's the one I went to. And the second panelists were Barbara Latimer, Clay and Pam Murphy, and David Wally. The one with famous Dave and Carrie Bringle, they just gave a rundown of the history of where they started at to how they got to where they're at. They gave a rundown of where they started to where they're at now, gave different advice, what helped them along the way. Like famous Dave, he broke down the specifics of, he showed one of his buildings, his first building, and he broke down different aspects of the building, of why he did certain things. He was strategic in what he was doing when he started his restaurant. And he broke that down to us, as well as Mr. Bringle. He broke down as far as business wise, how he got started and different aspects that are keys to success in running a business. After that, we had another networking break. At that time, I think I left and came back. I went and changed since I've been up since like 3 in the morning. I went and changed for the nighttime because that Thursday night was the Awards of Excellence dinner. So I went home and changed and came back for that. I got back there. When I got there, everybody was seated. So I had to find me a seat. And I was seated next to David from Gunter Wilhelm Knives. Very nice gentleman. That's my second time meeting him. I had met him at the American Royal. So we were chatting throughout Thursday night. The Awards of Excellence dinner was excellent. Like I said, it was catered also by Peg Leg Porker. It was nice to see everybody get their awards, be excited and happy for other people that won their awards. because a lot of people there were people are in the top five, and top three people, anybody that called in the top three received a certificate and a medal, and those four and five got a certificate. So it was good to see all the different people that got their awards and what they got their awards for. Those that worked hard in their field of different things that they've created, whether it's seasoning, sauce, media stuff as far as pictures, marketing information, myself, my podcast, t-shirt designs, and anything that dealing with barbecue got recognized. And I love that because it shows that nothing is too small to get recognized when it comes to the avenue of barbecue. Just because one person may not think it's important, but other people might think it's important. I love how they made all the individual categories for different things that people do because people are very creative and they work hard for their craft. So it's definitely good to recognize them, and it makes all of us feel good. When I got my second place, it made me feel good because it's a lot of hard work that goes into this podcast. It's not just sit down, press the button, and go from there. There's a lot of stuff that goes behind the scenes. There's a lot of sleepless nights, editing, reaching out to guests, trying to schedule with them, coming up with these interviews. Each interview you hear from me, I have to come up with questions and make sure it's a presentable interview to get the most information out of each guest that I bring on. It's not that easy to do all this. There's times where very little sleep. I got a family that I have to take care of. I got a full time job. I got to make graphics. I got to upload and stuff like that. I put all the clips you see on social media. I have to put all that together as well as upload them on all the platforms under all my usernames. So it's a lot to go into the podcast, and just to get a little bit of recognition from entering this contest as well as just hearing people say, "Hey, I've heard of you. I've seen you before. Your podcast is good." It helps to know that what I'm trying to achieve is not going in vain. People are enjoying it, and more people are just listening to it and just enjoying it, and as well as want to come on the show and share their story, which is an important part of why I do this because there's a lot of history that's not even talked about or you can't even look it up. I want to do, I know as far as I'm dating myself, an encyclopedia of barbecue interviews where I can get as many people as I can. Not going to be able to get all of them because some respond back, some don't respond back, but for any reason, that's fine. But I'm going to get as many people as I can. And hopefully, there's other people out there doing the same that they can go on their show and give their story. But there's a lot of stories out there that need to be heard. And I want to be one of those ones to bring them to you, as many people as I can. So I'm going to keep pushing in my craft, get better, be innovative in what I do. So just look forward to me advancing and not settling for what I do because I want to get better. I go to these events to get in from not just to get people to come on the show, but as well as improve myself because there's things outside of the podcast that I want to do. So one day I'm going to compete, but also I want to, my main thing is I want to be able to teach classes also to those small towns that don't get that opportunity. I want to be able to have a barn at the next place we buy so I can teach classes or go to a place and rent it and teach a class and make it affordable so people can learn and enjoy themselves and make a day of it. As far as just, it's a skill that people want to do, and there's so many things that involved in barbecue that people don't know, So I want to be one of those people to go out, go around and teach people how to do it correctly, and they can be proud of what they done, and let them during the class go out there and try it on their own, have some grills for them to cook their own meat on. And once you get out there and be hands on, it boosts your confidence a lot. You boost your confidence a lot because it's something that you done and not just sat there and watch somebody do something for hours and hours and stuff like that. So that's kind of where I'm trying to head, as well as continue on with this podcast and see where this takes me. So after the dinner was excellent. After that, everybody left and came back for the next day. The next day, that Friday morning, the first session was scaling without losing your smoke. That was the panelist was Kent Black as well as Carrie Bringle, which means a lot of people start off small, but as they get bigger, the quality disappears. So that session was just giving advice on how to scale up your business without losing that quality that you were known for. Track B was getting your product on store shelves. That was moderated by Todd Johns of Plowboys. And the panelist was Mark Lambert, Kirk Mauser, and Ken Wood for that one. After that, we had another networking break. The next session was track A was social media and sales funnels for barbecue brands. That was presented by Smoking Brothers and Gateway Drum Smokers. That was an excellent session. That's the session that I sat in. The gentleman from Smoking Brothers slash Gateway, he did an excellent job breaking down social media, what to do, how to do it, understanding how it works. So that was definitely something, one of the ones that I probably gained the most out of as far as knowledge wise, because it kind of dealt with what I'm doing and gave tips to me as far as how to handle social media. But it's definitely a good panel, so kudos to him. The next session was track B was smart systems automating your daily grind. Kirk Mauser, he moderated that one. After that was another networking break. And then Friday at lunchtime, we had a session called Meet the Masters Luncheon. There was a panel up front. It was featuring Tuffy, Mark Lambert, Joe Phillips of Yoder Smokers, Carrie Bringle, and Elizabeth Lipa, she is a world champion SCA cook, who was on the panel also. So what we did is we ate lunch, and then with them on the panel, they talked. They got asked questions. I think Todd Johns moderated that one and asked them questions, and also we got to ask questions also to them as far as different subjects. So that was very innovative and fun that we got to pick their brains while they just spoke about different subjects that they were asked. So after that, another opportunity to network break in between sessions. Like I said, we had a lot of networking breaks, and it's during these breaks is more time to keep meeting people and keep meeting people. So it was definitely for us to take advantage of that. The next session was track A was cash out or pass it down. The speaker for that was Kent Black, and one of the gentlemen, I think he was one of the co-founders of Smoking Brothers slash Gateway Drums. They moderated that one. They spoke at that one. And track B was Partnerships That Work. It was moderated by Ken Wood, and the panelist was Pick Tennessee Products. The session that I sat in is setting your business up and just passing it down and to generation, how to do that experience of being ready to receive or pass down your company. So they did a great job explaining how that works. So kudos to Kent Black and the gentleman from Smoking Brothers for doing an excellent job on that one. After that, track A was short form video and photography. And track B, it was a problem solver session, which was a group networking session for those, I guess. I didn't sit into that one, but I pretty much think it was just people getting together as a group. If they have a problem, I guess present it to the group and letting people help assist their problem. The one I sat in with the short form video and photography got a lot of tips as far as doing the videos and what to do, what to post. So that was helpful as far as what I do. So I enjoyed that one also very much. After that, it shifted. That was the official end of the conference as far as the classes. After that, we had dinner. I left and came back, but after that, we had dinner as well as the teams made it in. So they started doing the steak cook off as well as the rib cook off competition. And for us attending the conference, they had an excellent idea where we got to cook our own dinner. They had different pork as well as they had different porks and different steak. And what they did is the concept was they had a bunch of grills out, and the grills were from Meadow Creek, kind of like a live fire grill, where we got to cook our own meat. We got to pick our meat out, get it, walk it over, slap it on the grill. The people from Meadow Creek, they make grills, so they were their grills, so they flipped it for us when we were ready and stuff like that. But the concept was for us to pick our meat out, season it. They had a rack full of seasonings that we were able to go over and pick which one we want to try and season our own meat and put it on the grill and cook it ourselves. And they had baked potatoes also for everybody. Those were already cooked, so you just got that as well as your steak or pork that you cooked on your own. So that was interactive and do it yourself. It was excellent idea and it was fun and enjoyable. So after I did that, right after I did that, I was asked to be one of the judges for the rib cook-off contest. So I had to unbuckle the belt and do that. And the concept is fun, and it's not like theirs is not comparative, it's individual where one container comes to the table and you judge that container, and then the next one comes in, and then the next one comes in, and you judge it as we go along. So with that, we got an opportunity to learn about the Rib Cook-Off Association. It's ran by Dirk and Jody, who are two awesome people. Can't say enough good things about what they're doing. And they put on a great competition. They put on a great competition, and it was an opportunity that I couldn't pass down when she asked. Even though I was full, but I had to make room for it because it was a great opportunity. And after that, I went home for Saturday because Saturday it was all about competing. They had the steak cook off again, as well as they had another rib cook off, as well as they had a live fire event where they had rounds of tailgating round, beef, pork round, and stuff like that, where they did the presentation and stuff, which was excellent. Also, I forgot to mention they had vendors out there set up along the walkway with their products. That's how I was able to get my Roto 360. Met the two gentlemen. One of the gentlemen recognized me. Alex, he recognized me because I had reached out to him because I was curious about the product, but he recognized me at the Awards of Excellence dinner. So we was talking. So I've always wanted one of the products because it looked interesting. So I stopped by and talked to them and was able to order me one to get it shipped to my house. So shout out to those two gentlemen, and I'm gonna try to reach out and get in contact and get an interview with them because there it's great to see young people that have an interest in doing this and doing good things in the barbecue world. So definitely gotta get the word out and help assist them any way I can in what they're doing with that Roto 360. But when I got there Saturday, just walked around and took in the atmosphere, seeing the different competitors out there, just seeing the big names out there. Then I got an opportunity to judge the tailgating round of the live fire. So that was a great opportunity where we got to go to each. They had a team of us judging, so they split us in half, and half of us went to five booths, and the other half went to the other five booths, and we got to see their presentation to us as well as try their food. And I mean, like, what can you say? You can't say a bad thing about it because all the food was good, and you got to try food from every different person. I mean, it wasn't like no sample sizes. These were full servings that they were giving us. And you had all the different countries, South America, Canada, America, just all the people coming together to compete, which was fun and entertaining. So shout out to each one of those teams that participated in the live fire round because I definitely enjoyed it. I felt lucky that Kill asked me to be part of this, and I seen it was just an opportunity to do something different, do something new, as well as get good food. So that was a good opportunity. So after that, we did our judging. Just between that, spent the rest of the day walking around, talking to people, meeting people, telling them about myself and what I do, my podcast, and one thing everybody always say, and it's one thing that's always going to be about me. I'm going to advertise. When it comes to me dressing, you're going to see the logo somewhere numerous times all over me. So that's, like I said, it's an open door to conversation and curiosity. Um, I wrapped up my journey by being able to get the opportunity to judge the Rib Cook Off Association competition again that Saturday. Met a new group of people and networked some more while I was at the table and enjoyed that opportunity again. Got some more good ribs and got an opportunity to judge some of the best competitors out there. So pretty much after that, I stayed around a little bit and then I left and kind of got ready to get myself rested to leave early the next morning to go back home. But overall, the event was two thumbs up, and I think it was a great opportunity to learn how my podcast fit in with the other podcasts. And I've been doing this less than maybe around 10 months, less than 10 months. So just to be able to achieve second place, it was an honor. And that means that my podcast is getting out there. So I was happy about that. Shout out to Kill and Miss Janet again for their hospitality, to making me feel welcome, to definitely what people don't understand. They support me by bringing people to me that I may want to talk to because they know I have a interest in the history of barbecue. So they do what they can to assist and bring people to me and introduce me to people as far as boosting what I'm trying to achieve in the podcast. So shout out to them. If you haven't met them, try to reach out to them. Try to join the NBBQA. It's a good association to join for anybody that has any type of business dealing with barbecue. They have Zoom calls and stuff like that for different avenues that you want to go into as far as barbecue. You get to reach out to everybody that's a member on the website. So definitely, if you're on the fence about it, definitely sign up. Just give it a year. You can sign up for the whole year. Give it a chance to see how it benefits you. I guarantee you that you'll benefit from it. Try out the conference. Definitely try to go out to a conference and see what you can get out of it. Like I said, it doesn't hurt to get more knowledge. You may think you know everything, but you don't. There's other people that have been through way more than all of us been through. So definitely get out there and do what you can to gain knowledge, as well as get out there and help those that you can do. If you can help somebody, help them. Don't keep your mouth closed. But other than that, I want to thank everybody that showed me love out there and welcomed me and talked to me and just fellowship with me. So I don't take that lightly, because it's like I said, it's sometimes we get frustrated. All of us, you have moments where we're frustrated, and just having other people welcome you and take an interest in what you're doing and compliment you on what you're doing, it goes a long way. So on that note, I want to thank y'all for your time and just hearing this recap, and hopefully that you get the opportunity to experience what I experienced. So at the end of the day, everything is in your hands. So I plead with you to take advantage of every opportunity that you get, and don't think that you know enough that you can't get more information. So thank you for coming to another therapy session. Like I said, it was a fun event. Thank y'all for listening to the podcast, supporting me. Everybody on social media that reaches out and tell me how I'm doing as far as the podcast. I thank you. And just even if you haven't listened to an episode, those that comment on the clips, that's part of the podcast. So I appreciate that. I mean, I wish that everyone would listen to the episodes and see what I bring and not just kind of brush it to the side if I send you an email. But podcasts are not for everybody. And my podcast is not for everybody. So if you choose to come on, it's fine. If not, that's fine also. I don't get mad. I don't get upset. But I thank all those that took the opportunity to come on, and all those that I will be reaching out to, because I have a book full of names that I'm going to be reaching out to bring them on, because everybody got good stories, whether you heard of them or not. The people that you heard of, there's different avenues of their story that you probably haven't heard of. And there's so many people doing good things in the barbecue world that you haven't heard of. And I'm out to bring those people to you, whether it's a rub or sauce, it may be a utensil, it may be a food truck, a restaurant, it may be marketing. Anything that deals with barbecue, I will be trying to bring it to you. So stay tuned. We got a lot of good things coming. We got a lot of innovative things that I'm trying to bring forth. So I look forward to. So thank y'all for listening, and enjoy your day.